We are still rolling hour 4 of 12 live hours of coverage here on a fantastic Saturday across the NFL training camp landscape. Brett Lewis, Charles Davis here with you from Patriots camp, and it's our pleasure to welcome year 2 quarterback for these New England Patriots. Drake Maye is here with us. All smiles, man. I love this, man. I know that you love ball. You love this environment, which is so cool to see. Man, and I think maybe your teammates have seen it. I think folks on the outside have certainly seen it. A real comfortability with understanding the leadership role that comes with the position you are in. How would you kind of describe that evolution for you at this point?
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's, first off, a lot more comfortable coming out here, know what to expect in year 2. I came out here last year in training camp, and it was a quite surprise. So just kind of the tempo of it, tempo of practice, how to practice. You know, I think you want to practice, you want to try to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. We want to try to be, and I think kind of knowing that and knowing kind of I'm the guy heading into the year. I think there's something kind of on my plate that I think I need to take care of, and I'm working towards it, trying to earn the respect of the guys. New offense, so trying to get a grasp of that. So I think it's been great, kind of getting to be out here with the guys, starting training camp. What a turnout for the fans out here. So I think just kind of find my stride and kind of try to stack it each every day.
I want to play off of that real quick, Drake. No leader can do it unless they're authentic.
Yes,
right? It has to be who you are.
Yeah.
This is how I do it, right? So you know who you are. You know what you're about. Were there things you had to add to it? Were there things you had to expand about yourself to get you into a better leadership spot, if you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, like you said, you got to be authentic. You want to be yourself, but at the same time, you got to adapt to different guys. The receivers, you may be able to jump on them a little more. The O-line, you got to love them up some. I think just adapting to different guys, and you have relationships with different guys. So I think that's just kind of the best way I'm trying to approach it. And then
you mean getting to know your teammates, understand who they are, so each person, right?
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think a lot of great quarterbacks that have been around that try to do that, and I think that's one of the best ways to do it and be a leader is understand their background, understand kind of what they're dealing with outside of football, and just try to connect with them in that way.
Look, being QB1 is a 360-degree comprehensive process, right? You've talked a lot about the off-the-field stuff there. On the field, it's you spend some time away here over the last couple of weeks, and obviously up here as well, but working on your game. And I knew David Morris, QB Country, big part of your off-season program, was talking to him about how you guys were challenging your feet, challenging to get quick with those drops and to work on that part of the process. Where do you see the tangible effects of those sorts of off-season work?
I think Coach McDaniel's preached it, playing fast. I think just playing fast. This game, knowing where you're going with football, knowing where your feet are. I think just find a stable platform to throw off of, because it's not always going to be stable back there. So I think these D lines nowadays and are good, and these defenses is kind of disguising. So just knowing where you're going with the football, trying to play fast, have my feet in the ground, and then just like I said, this is what training camp's for. Feeling the guys out, different routes. Kind of saying, hey, in zone they're going to sit down a little bit, or man, they're going to go work some different stems. So I think it's been great being with these guys, and our defense has given us a challenge, which is great.
You brought him up, Josh McDaniels, your new offensive coordinator. You can't play fast unless you know what you're doing, right? That's the first thing that you're going to do. Two-part question. One, did you do any homework on him once you knew he was going to be your new OC? Who did you call? Who did you talk to? What did you find out? And 2, what's it been like being with him so far?
Oh, it's been great. I think the biggest thing is kind of just who he's coached. I think it speaks for itself. We're in there watching Tom, the greatest ever, watching clips of him, knowing, Coach knows what he's thinking, knows what the play is. I mean, that's pretty cool to watch old drills, old, QB individual, kind of little things like that I appreciate and try to go back in the database and watch just for how he did it, or how he did it in training camp, year 5 or 6, or even how long he played, 15, what he was doing. So I think the biggest thing with Coach is just kind of understand what his thought process is, what he wants in the play, what he's thinking. That's what he's challenged me to do. Kind of don't get bored of doing the right plays and getting the ball out. That's what I feel like Tom did the best, and these other quarterbacks that played in Coach's system. So other guys that I called, who played with them in Vegas. Matt Collins, North Carolina guy, played with them. So there's a different guys. Not many quarterbacks that I knew that played for him.
Did you get to Tom?
No. Exactly. No, I didn't. I wish. So I saw Julian and I saw Gronk in the offseason at the Pro Bowl. So I got to talk to those guys about Coach. They said that you'll love him. So it's been everything in that, and just excited to keep going.
Well, they certainly became an extension of Tom. So you kind of got that that insight there from them. And look, the group you got out here right now, I mean, influx of talent. talent, even from last year. Stephon comes, Matt comes. You mentioned those names, but the young guys, I think, have a real intrigue here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think or you're learning to know what to expect from a vet like Stephon. But how about a rookie like Kyle Williams and second-year players? I know Polk hadn't been out here a ton yet, but I thought Baker got into the end zone today here, and just at the maturity of those young guys as they try to separate and find a role for themselves.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think the best thing for me is I've been in that role last year, kind of knowing kind of the transition of coming into the NFL, knowing your stuff, knowing the details. It's a lot more detailed in college. It's not just kind of, hey, this concept's going to get them and, go beat them with, you're better than the other guy. These guys are going to be just as good or better. So just keep on playing, and those young guys are figuring out. I think Kyle's, playing up here and running the routes on, Gonzo and CD and these guys that are veterans and great players in this league. So I think it's great work for us. And, young guys like Travion, they're figuring it out. And I just got to do my job of trying to give them the football.
Yeah. I think we all love as we let you go here, Drake, what Will Campbell said about, how serious he takes the job of protecting you. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I think that's in full swing. I think that's right when I heard it, it makes you fired up, makes you want to come out here and get the pads on. So it's pretty cool hearing that from, a young guy like him, and I think he's going to come out here and continue to prove it.
Doesn't hurt to have that veteran center, too, does it?
No doubt. Exactly. From Charlotte, too. So
see, now we're talking. All right, we've got the Carolina connection.
The May way.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Drake Maye rocking and rolling here as the Patriots get through this Saturday practice, but a lot more on the way as they continue their development here in year one under Mike Vrabel.